Kolbrin Bible, Book 1, Creation, Chapter 8, have a lot of similarities to King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Does this mean someone added the story when it came to Britain? Or did someone take this story and modernize it to the more romantic myth of King Arthur? The first 6 books claims to be written in Egypt on papyrus. While it has a lot of differences as well, enough of it is there to recognize the story of King Arthur. It is all through the chapter, so I will put in verse number but not the recording, or this would be way too long. King Arthur's wife is called Guinevere. Aurthur's wife is called Guinevere in the Kolbrin Bible. Morgan Le Fay is half-sister to Arthur. Guinevere is half-sister to Aurthur. Both have a son from their half-brother who are kings. Gwydon appears to fill the role of Merlin from King Arthur, and he prophesied that a great war between brother and son was to come. Arthur was removed by Mordred, which was his son. In the Kolbrin, Aurthur was overthrown by the last king's son, but he lived. This reminds me of King Arthur's father, who actually died, but end result, the old king was gone. Gwydon tells Aurthur that Guinevere was destined to be his fate mate, which I assume means wife. Guinevere was not blood kin, meaning they had the same mother, but not the same father. How that makes a difference, don't know, but it claims that made it not incestuous. Guinevere never told Aurthur they were related, so he was unaware. Unlike King Arthur, who took back the throne, Aurthur went into exile with his wife, having 2 children. Those twin sons married the twin daughter of the present king. Caring for both couples, the new king was unsure who to choose as his successor. He asked the son's father, who said, "Let fate decide." The night before the celebration, Aurthur, the son's father, prepared a man-made stone, and before it hardened, placed his sword that was called Deslana, the bitter biter, which to me says sort of like Excalibur in King Arthur. The next day, the 2 sons were told whoever could free the sword would be king, and the loser would be considered the younger brother. Only the 2 sons were allowed. Unlike King Arthur, everyone of high birth could take a turn in that book. The sons threw rings at the hilt of the sword. Each had 3 rings. Whoever got a ring around the hilt got the first turn. And a side on that is, I wonder if that is how we got the beanbag toss game. 824. The first try was unsuccessful for both. The second try, the first son failed. The other son decided if the sword couldn't be removed, the only way was to break the stone, so he became the heir apparent. Reminds me of the Gordian knot in Alexander the Great. So, what do you think? Am I right to see a similarity in content, or just overthinking it? It wouldn't be the first time. I still do not think it matters, however, if it is ancient or just old. What I like is the moral code it emphasizes. Stories are great, but even the 3 main religious texts can never be proven to be real history. Even if some is historical fact, it doesn't mean all of it is. I encourage feedback. I would love to hear what your opinion of this was.